everyone, today I'm going to be creating some inspired Anthropologie home decor using all Dollar Tree items. Coming up. Welcome back to Belinda's DIYs. If this is your first time here, welcome. So today I'm going to be creating some Anthropologie inspired DIYs. I can't wait to show you how I put these together. There is one that was a little bit hard to do, but I got it done and I think it came out really nice. Before we get started, I'm just gonna ask that if you can please consider to subscribe to my channel. In my channel, you're gonna see a lot of easy and inexpensive DIYs for your home and also seasonal. So if this is something that appeals to you, then please consider to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit that bell icon right there in the corner so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. The first DIY that I want to try to recreate is this lamp right here from Anthropologie, and this costs $268 on their website. And this is mine right here, and it cost about $5 give or take. The second DIY will be this basket, and they had it for $68. I love this black and white color scheme. And this is my version of a black and white basket, and mine cost $3. And these simple brass print wall hanger decor, they run from $28 to $38. And here is my version, and they only cost $2 each. I can't wait to show you how I put all these things together, so please continue to watch. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. For the first DIY, I'll be using this wire basket from Essentials. I think this basket has a perfect shape for a lampshade. And I'll be using about 2 rolls of this crafter square twine, one of these LED portable lamp bulb, some spray paint from Rust-Oleum, and this is in the metallic gold color. And I'll be using the chain from this plant hanger. And I'll be using this cream color yarn that I've had for a while. The first thing that I'm going to do is take this basket and chain outside to go spray paint it with the gold spray paint. While the spray paint was drying, I made all these tassels, and I made about 30 of them. And this is how I made mine. Now I'm going to be using this ink stamper just because it's almost as wide as my 4 fingers. You can also use a piece of cardboard. Okay, so I started by bringing the piece of yarn over the ink stamper, and then I'm going to wind it around 30 times. And then I'm going to cut the yarn, and then I'm going to slip the bundle of yarn off, and then I'm going to hold it up at the top. And then with a piece of yarn, I'm going to tie it up at the top. Next, I'm going to lay another piece of yarn on the table, and then I'm going to lay my bundle across it, and then bring the 2 ends together and tie a knot. And then turn it over and tie another knot. And then I'll put my fingers through the circle, and then lastly, I'll cut the bottom of the circle. Next, I'm going to cut the fringe, and I'm going to go in a straight line as best as I can. And this is my way of making these tassels. Okay, so the paint is dry on my basket, and I'm ready to start working on it. Since I'm going to be covering the basket with twine, I need to see how long the twine needs to be to cover it from top to bottom. Because the twine is too thin, I'm going to have to get several strands together. So I'm going to gather about 10, give or take. Next, I'm going to hot glue that bundle up at the top of the basket. which really is the bottom of the basket, but when it becomes a lamp, it'll be the top, if that makes sense. This DIY was the one that was very challenging. Now I started to cover the lampshade using this technique first, and then you're gonna see a little bit later on where I had to change up the technique. And then I went down a little bit more and I put some more hot glue on the basket, and then I would lay the bundle down flat. And then when I got to the bottom, I put some more hot glue, and then I curled the twine around the bottom rim. And then once I curled it under, I went to the underside and I put some more hot glue, and then I finished it off by curling it in with my scissors so I wouldn't burn myself. That technique was gonna take too long, so what I decided to do is just weave the twine from the top to the bottom of the basket. And then every so often I would put a dot of hot glue and then bring the string over and continue to weave it around. And this is how it's looking so far. I'm going to continue doing this until I'm completely done. After 2 hours or so, this is how it turned out. You don't have to do this, but I decided to add some nautical rope up at the top and the bottom just to trim it off. And then I put a second layer of nautical rope up at the very top. And now I started to add the little tassels, and because I couldn't pass the string through the bottom because there was glue, I had to hot glue the tassels all around the bottom rim. And this is how it looks once I was done adding all the tassels. Next, I'm going to be attaching this LED light, and I just want you to see how bright it is. It also has a little switch where you can have different motions to the light. You can hold it steady or it blinks. I mean, I know you won't be doing that with a regular lamp, but I just thought it was pretty neat to show that. I ran a piece of wire up at the top of the light, and now I'm going to attach it to my lamp. Once I ran it through the wire, I just pinched it with my fingers and I brought the wire together. And then lastly, I hooked on the chain to the top with the hooks that the chain already had. For the second DIY, I'll be using this plastic trash can from Dollar Tree and 2 woven rugs from Dollar Tree. These are very nice with the tassels already on them. So all I'm gonna do is just cover this trash can with this floor mat. I'm just gonna fold over where the fringe is at about 1.5 inches, and I'm just gonna line it all the way around the top of the rim of the trash can. I'm going to start by adding some hot glue, and I'll be doing sections at a time. Next, I'm going to cut the bottom because the floor mat doesn't go all the way to the other end, so I am going to have to cut it. Next, I'm going to cover the other side, and I'm going to be using the second floor mat for that, and I'm going to follow the same steps. And I'll also be joining both of the mats by adding some hot glue. Next, I'll be folding and hot gluing the fabric on the bottom side. At first I left the tassels long like this, but then I decided to trim them up. For the third DIY, I'll be using these really pretty Dollar Tree canvas wall decor. I'll also be using 2 of these paint stir sticks, and these are from Lowe's, and I got these in a pack of 3 for 97 cents. And I'll also be using 2 of these chains from the plant hanger. So what I'm going to be doing is running this piece of stick across the top of the canvas. This stick can also be used as a ruler, so I'm going to cut right at 10 inches. I'm going to cut the other stick the same size, and then I'm going to take both of the sticks and the chain to go spray paint them outside with the gold color. The paint is already dry on the sticks and also both of the chains, so I'm ready to start assembling my wall decor. The next thing that I'm going to do is hot glue the board across the top of the canvas. But first I'm just going to mark off where the canvas is going to go. And then lastly, I'm going to hot glue the chain onto the board. And here I just want to show you how I hot glued the chain on each side. And this is how both of them turned out. For the last DIYs, I'm going to be creating 2 accent pillows, and for the first one I'm going to use this woven rug. So what I did is fold the rug in half, and now I'm going to fold the tassels over as I'm showing you right there. And then I'm going to add some hot glue all across the edge of the fold. And I'll be adding the hot glue sections at a time. So now when I lift it up, the tassels are now in the center, and that's where I want them to be. And now I'm going to seal one end with some hot glue. And now I'm going to turn it around to the other side, and now you can see there's the other opening here, and this is where I'm going to add the cotton. I'm going to be using the cotton from this Dollar Tree pillow. I was really surprised to see brown cotton. I had never seen cotton this color. So now I'm just going to stuff my pillow with it. And now I'm going to seal it up with some more hot glue. And lastly, I trimmed off the tassels because I thought they were a little bit too long. For the second accent pillow, I'm going to be using this bath mat and the fringe from this leftover rug. So I'm going to start by folding the bath mat in half just like this, with the top of the mat inside. And then I'm going to seal it all around with some hot glue, and I'm going to leave a small opening to insert some cotton. Next, I'm going to hot glue the fringe, and I'm going to go from top to bottom in an angle. And I repeated the same steps to the other side. And once again, I trimmed down the tassels. And then I stuffed it with some cotton, and then I sealed it off. Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day. And remember, love, laugh, and create. Until my next video, bye-bye and God bless.